Welcome to another edition of Compliance Acceleration. I'm your host, Gary Damer, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 challenges to expand your market for your federal cloud service offering by leveraging a FedRAMP marketplace listing. Let's start your journey today. FedRAMP is really designed to simplify security for the digital age, providing a standard approach to security and compliance for cloud solutions. It facilitated the shift from insecure, tethered, and untrusted processes to secure and government wide trusted processes. And also, FedRAMP is truly beyond just federal marketplace. It really has gone to state and local governments, federal contractors, educational institutions, and other cloud service providers who are trying to provide FedRAMP services as well. You could be missing out on far more than just federal opportunities. Take your cloud service offering to the next level. Enter a federal marketplace. Show customers that you truly mean business by achieving this authorization. Broaden the range of clientele that you work with. Improve your security practices. If you were to attempt FedRAMP on your own, it can be a challenge. We are going to outline 5 challenges as we see it today. Finding an agency whose mission aligns with your cloud service organization is crucial. The right fit ensures a successful partnership. The combination of technical complexity, agency specific requirements, and the need for robust security practices makes the FedRAMP process very demanding. The FedRAMP authorization boundary is critical for ensuring compliance and security within the authorization process. It encompasses a comprehensive view of the CSO and connections, making it the foundational component in the authorization process. FedRAMP operations enhance your cloud security. However, it remains very complex and difficult to achieve. Adjusting this shift in mindset and operations teams today will secure your services and try to shift the processes as far upstream as possible. Having dedicated teams and rigorous processes are required to achieve this authorization. Partnering with the right trusted partner is critical for a successful FedRAMP journey. They can help you navigate challenges and achieve compliance efficiently. First thing you really have to do is determine your market. Find your customers that have that burning need that your solutions will solve or help put that fire out for their need. Seek guidance from the FedRAMP PMO and advise on the sponsorship process. Establish that federal sales team, build that federal security sales pipeline. Find agencies who are looking for what your team is selling. Reach out to agencies that already have FedRAMP in their programs. Be persistent and network with federal communities, attend industry events, engage with agency representation, and build relationships by responding for requests for informations, requests for proposals. Find teaming partners that need your service to answer a problem that they're trying to solve within their organization as well. If you're still struggling to find a sponsor, you can always go down the FedRAMP Ready assessment approach. This demonstrates your commitment to meeting the federal requirements and may attract potential sponsors. You conduct a comprehensive FedRAMP review on your commercial solution to determine what use cases you will solve. This will also help determine what gaps you have within your organization and determine what the remediations you need to put in place. Gain as much of an understanding of the FedRAMP authorization process as you can, because there is a lot of complexity and rigor required in this process. It is one of the most complex compliance programs that I've worked with up to this point in my career. It requires CSPs to meet stringent security controls, documentation standards, and undergo a thorough assessment. Every agency have varying risk tolerances. So ensure you pick a very good agency that's going to work with you to help you achieve this process as well. You have to accommodate different risk tolerances across the federal agencies. It really is a critical challenge. FedRAMP does aim to set the high bar for authorizations while supporting agency reuse without additional work. But there is occasionally you have to do an additional step or two to get through the federal agency process as well. It is a very lengthy process. Obtaining FedRAMP compliance really involves auditing a comprehensive documentations package, the system controls, the training, the validation, continuous monitoring. The extensive processes contribute to its difficulty. Both agencies and the private sector, CSP, face uncertainty about the steps required. Clearing up this uncertainty is an ongoing effort. FedRAMP today is going through many steps to modernize the overall process to be able to scale and meet the needs of federal agencies and commercial CSPs. Had a customer once tell me, FedRAMP is not something you do, it is something you become. That is very true. Find your boundary. Establish that FedRAMP authorized boundary is the critical first step to seeking a FedRAMP authorization. Identify all your internal components, list internal services, devices within the CSO, servers, databases, applications, network, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or any software as a service components that you leverage. Any internal corporate systems has to be inventoried in your boundary. Any external services that you leverage, identify connections to external services and systems. Anything that has federal data or federal metadata, you need to understand where it's at so you can classify and inventory where all the data is within your system and where it flows to within the boundary of the system as well. Identify your CI CD pipeline components, establish that rigorous patch management and release management process so you can meet the needs for FedRAMP. Establish a clear, secure path for change and release management as well. Identify the data flows and network paths in the environment for all federal data and metadata. Beat the drum, find that operational rhythm, establish that rigor right up front will definitely be a critical for your long-term success for your CSO. Start with that mindset of how can I collect evidence for that process so I can prove to my auditors and the FedRAMP PMO and your agency that you are doing what you said that you were doing in your documentation. Establish rigorous standard operating procedures for everything. Some of these key SOPs: risk management, patch management, vulnerability management for web, database, operating systems, containers, and code. Establish a full lifecycle identity management process with monitoring, detection, and incident response as well. Good, rigorous log management process with long term storage to meet the needs for federal compliance as well. Disaster recovery, make sure you have capacity planning in there as well. Strong supply chain management and change management overall as well. And finally, you have to find that FedRAMP partner. An advisor or an engineering team can be really a challenge to find. There are a few very good ones out there, but it's critical for organizations aiming to achieve FedRAMP compliance to have some good solid selection criteria to be able to choose your partner. Your partner needs to have the ability to support the full life cycle of your solution. Even if you're not choosing them to provide all the services from concept to completion, You need to have somebody who's worked through those stages so they can give you advice on how you should obtain those services or build those services into your solution. Make sure that those engineering teams or advisory teams have the experience in building, managing, and defending compliant solutions at the impact level that you're looking to achieve. Can your team support a solution with U.S. citizens on U.S. soil 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? Now, this is not a FedRAMP requirement. However, many government agencies require U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. So I would think about thinking about that right up front and asking if your team can support that. Can they also be a third party assessor? Do they have the ISO 17020 certification? Now, they can't be a 3PAO and an advisor at the same time, but it's good to have somebody who has both sets of experiences. Can they support cloud native services on the IaaS of your choice? I mean, after all, you need to have somebody who's really forward leaning and forward thinking about how you integrate services into the cloud. The idea is not just to lift and shift, but to also modernize your application. Now, you may not want to do that the first year, but you ultimately may do that in the years to come. Make sure that they have multiple certifications for the IaaS of choice as well. Focus on service companies where the consultants who are doing the work also lead the procurement efforts. So the folks who are selling and really trying to market the efforts, they're doing the work as well. So they can't sell you something that they can't deliver on because they know they have to help deliver on those sets of services. Make sure they have audit support. In other words, not just on the pieces that they built, but can they help you through the entire audit process with the auditor, with the agency, and then also with the FedRAMP PMO? Can they help you all the way through that process? Ask for references as well. And bottom line is the price is not everything because apples and oranges don't always compare. So make sure you look at the detailed SOWs, the MSAs, and the service level descriptions as well. Now, in Fusion Points, we are an advanced tier service partner. We are a full life cycle partner. We really focus on helping our customers all the way through from the very beginning to the operations aspects. So somebody who can build, manage, and defend your FedRAMP solution. Now, inside of AWS, we have 8 partner specializations, 75 AWS customer launches. We have over 50 AWS certifications within our employees as well. We have quite a few different programs that can help customers accelerate their FedRAMP journey with advisory services, with our acceleration platforms, or our multi tenant acceleration platform as well. And we have recently introduced an automated GRC tool to help with the plan of actions and milestones and Kanban processes that you need to prove that you're doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis as well. We are trusted and verified. We've been working in FedRAMP and ADISA and CMNC and DVARS for almost 12 years, almost since the very beginning of the FedRAMP process. We are very focused with the NIST standards and also FIPS as well. We have an ISO 27001 for our operational capabilities for our services that we offer. We also have our 17020 certification as well, along with a ISO 9001. We are an accredited A2LA FedRAMP 3 third party assessor, and we are also a hub zone company as well. You can find many additional resources at our sites for our XPU 40, our Kanban service, our SOC as a service services, our well architected framework processes as well. We do have video and blog series going on for our XPU 40 multi tenant system. where we announced our multi-tenant system, and then where we only provide U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. Got a couple case studies out there if you'd like to take a look at as well. Thank you very much for attending this session. I've enjoyed speaking to you today, and I hope you got something out of it. Thank you very much.